The Chromebooks have arrived, people. On behalf of the entire ITRT team, we are so excited that we can finally say the Chromebooks are here. So, what do we do now? This video will serve as some quick reminders and tips as we approach these exciting times in Hanover County. First and foremost, we want to acknowledge that not every task will or should require the use of Chromebooks. The use of these devices should provide students with opportunities that have not been possible. Our lessons should be promoting creativity, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration that will help transform the learning. With this in mind, it is important to have a signal to students for when devices should and should not be opened. The ITRTs have made stoplights for you to use for this purpose. Be sure to explain this to students in each of your classes, not just ACE, and make sure the expectations are known right from the start and you use them often. Remember that Chromebooks are instructional tools and should be brought to school each day. This is part of coming to school prepared. As teachers, we should only be using them for prepared lessons with meaningful, engaging content. The devices should not be used for entertainment purposes or free time online to help keep them quiet. Remind your substitutes about this as well. As you plan for your classes and use of the Chromebooks with your lessons, you might consider creating a slide or adding a page in Schoology that lists the tabs students will need open for class that day at the start of each lesson. Also, make sure you are actively monitoring students' use of Chromebooks at all times. You have received a wireless keyboard and mouse that will allow you to teach from the back of the class so your eyes are on student screens. If a student forgets their device at home, they should not be sent to the office to call home. Instead, they should be paired with another student or given a paper version of the assignment to complete where possible. You can also mark the assignment as missing until they turn it in since they didn't come prepared. Depending on the school, students can be sent to the library to use available computers. Obviously, we know that students still might call home or parents might drop off devices. When this happens, they will be sent to you. No loaner devices will be available. Speaking of students coming to school prepared, part of that is making sure it comes to school charged. There are no spare chargers for student use. Luckily, the charge on a Chromebook lasts 2 to 3 days depending on usage. Cell phones will no longer be needed for classroom use, so please make sure that they are put away at all times and out of sight. If a student violates this policy, remember that you should follow your school's cell phone violation practices. As mentioned on the supply list at the beginning of the year, students should have a pair of earbuds or a headset every day to support classroom activities. We recommend wired headphones or earbuds because teachers will be able to keep track of on-task behaviors. Example, students listening to music instead of paying attention to class. Please remind your students, post updates in Schoology, send reminders home to parents about this, make it a homework assignment if necessary. You can assign students homework that requires a device, but be mindful of students in your class who do not have access to internet at home. These students can complete assignments offline or on paper. If your team hasn't already done so, you may want to send out a Google form to parents to determine how widespread this may be with your students. Students can work offline at home. Anything that the student needs to work on at home can be opened before they leave and continue to work on it from home. It will sync with their Google Drive upon connecting to Wi-Fi. Clear protective cases similar to the ones we have on our laptops are coming, but they are on back order. Once they come in, students should keep it on the device at all times. Students can personalize the Snap-on cases, but not the device itself. We know there's been a few things on your mind since the beginning of school, so you may have forgotten all the very cool things you learned from Blended Beach Week. These sessions are still available and have been moved to our instructional technology course, and you can find all of them there. Once you're in the course, it's the second item listed. Don't forget the Teacher Tech Essentials that provide you with ITRT support when you cannot reach us. This is also located in the instructional technology course and linked in your school's main Schoology course. If you're not familiar with how a Chromebook differs from a regular laptop, you can check out the Chromebook Simulator to get your feet wet. You'll find lots of resources, including keyboard shortcuts under Explore Your Chromebook. Students will be given keyboard shortcuts to help them navigate the Chromebook as well. These will also be made available to you upon request from your ITRT. Each school will have its own process for taking care of Chromebook issues that may arise. Your SysOp will be hosting Chromebook Help Desk hours at various points during the day. More information will be coming out from your specific school in the very near future. Chromebooks will be distributed during ACE. After students get their device, ACE teachers will review a presentation with students, and then they will work through the Getting Started with a Chromebook folder located in Student Tech Essentials to help them get even more comfortable with the device. You are encouraged to work through that as well. And of course, don't forget the ITRT team is here for you. Again, we are so excited for you all, and we look forward to working with you in this new adventure. Reach out anytime for support. Thank you.